Okay, we're recording. I had to do a redo. My precious little dog jumped on my lap there and touched the keyboard and shut off the camera. So I'm having to redo this a second time. This is the book that the Lord put in my spirit to write. I like to do this over the course of February. In 20 days, and if I open up a blog, I should be able to write this book out. And it has to do with visions that were given by a sister back in uh, Bernie, Missouri in the summer of 1994. And there she had a vision where we were walking and we were taken up through a portal into heaven, not just our spirits or our souls, but our whole body, soul, and spirit were taken into the heavenlies. And when we came out, we no longer had on earth clothing, but we had on robes of purple and white with gold sashes. And so we were walking in the Lord's authority. So anyway, we came to the Justice Building. The Justice Building looked like an old ancient Greek building, and with the big pillars and that. And there was a table there in the shape of a U, and that was the heavenly justice system. The 12 apostles were there. So you had the 11 apostles plus the Apostle Paul. And Judith, she saw that I had a package in my hand that I gave over to the first apostle, and they passed it around, looked at it. Yeah, I think this is going to work. Yeah, and they stamped it, and they dated it for a future time. And that future time is today. That this book will be a divine release of. I'll bring this closer. So, as above, so below, Hitchhiker's Guide to Survive Till Jesus Comes. That's my pen name. And so this is the Father's Master Blueprint, stamped and sealed by the 12 apostles in the courts of heaven. I'm just the instrument to reveal and to unveil his plan to preserve a holy people through the times of Jacob's trouble. And cities of light and places of refuge, that's the two companion model that was completed this past spring. And see if I can find it for you. Okay, there they are. Just give me a minute. I know my beer's in the way here. Give me a minute here. I'm having to stretch. So this is book 1. This is book 2. So I've included work probably over the last 25 years. And we'll put book 2 down. And I'll just give you a walkthrough. So that's the diagram on the wall. In 1988, you could see the switch plate over here. So that's 3,456 acres. That's me. I was writing the book this past spring. That's Sister Hazel home. That's where I had the vision, the 7 visions of the total destruction of the United States and Canada concerning the West Coast. It was in her home that the Lord asked me to build where the visions took place. Can't really see much from back there. That's some of the platforms, where the platforms go together. This would be an H1, H3, H7, H13, H25. And I think this is in a H25 here, or it might be bigger. And that's using the small 4-foot platforms. I don't know how far you can expand, probably 3 or 4 rings. That's some of the floor systems going back, be almost 3 summers. This summer would be 3 summers, 2013. That's 10th there is actually the first. That was summer 2009 in Mission, where I made the first interlocking system. And so you're basically getting into a lot of geometry here. So everything's broken up isometrically. That's a camp there, an H348. So that's the H3 would be 3 of these camps. Altogether, you would have 48 acres, 835 square feet, across and to the center. So you get many different constructs. So it's there you have it again. So this would be an H3, this would be an H4, a triangle. So it allows you to do lots of stuff. It doesn't matter about the number of people. So that's an H7. So that's 81 acres. And each one of these, they're 1 acre plots. So each one of these, this micro camp here, that's would be 9 acres. And using the geometry, you can, determine any area of the ground, right? You can designate the ground. So we'll just put that aside. Coming to an end. So this is the second book, and I kind of get into more detail. Different things like that. Star grid. And you can see that you're getting into some pretty big areas. This here, one here, where my thumb is, it's an H6A. It's 8,748 acres. And I call that a macro star. So it's a composition of various geometric shapes. So, you can do lots with this. Doesn't matter if you got 100 people, 500 people, 5,000, even 10,000 people. In the space of 3 months, you would have your gardens producing food, and your camp would be set up. So I'm just showing you what the Lord's put in my heart. And if you follow the instructions, then you'll be able to have your own place of refuge within a period of 100 days. But you're going to have to learn to work together. That's the key. And if you wait, you're going to miss the window of opportunity. So I'm hoping to have this ready to go by the end of this month. So I'll be looking for people to help out with the publishing, the graphics, stuff like this, to actually put a professional book together. I'd like to be able to debut it. So below, so above. This Hitchhiker's Guide kind of thing by the beginning of March. All right, I think this is good enough. This is Joshua Taylor coming to you from here in Nanaimo, British Columbia, Vancouver Island.